Welcome to Ascend and Awaken, a life of balance. Today we're exploring a topic that has shaped 2,000 years of spirituality, and just as much confusion. Did Jesus reject religion? And if so, why? When you read the Gospels, slowly, honestly, with an open heart, something becomes very clear. Jesus didn't come to build a religion. Jesus didn't come to reinforce ritual. Jesus didn't come to create hierarchy, dogma, or systems of control. He came for something radically different. He came for awakening. He came for inner transformation. He came for a direct connection with God, free from gatekeepers, institutions, or intermediaries. Jesus didn't reject spirituality. He rejected the concept of religion that had become rigid, ego-driven, and rule-obsessed. Let's explore why. First, it's important to understand the world Jesus walked into. In first-century Judea, religion wasn't just belief. It was political, legal, social, hierarchical, tied to power and status. For many leaders, religion had become a tool for controlling behavior, enforcing purity rules, creating insiders and outsiders, elevating some people while condemning others. This was the religion Jesus confronted. Not spirituality, not faith, not love of God, but a system that had become heavy with rules, fear, shame, and social policing. Jesus saw how religion had drifted far from its purpose, so he stepped outside of it, not because he rejected God, but because he rejected everything that blocked people from God. Everywhere Jesus went, he broke religious expectations. He taught in fields, not temples. He spoke to the poor, not only the educated. He welcomed sinners, outcasts, and the unclean. He healed on the Sabbath. He touched the untouchable. He taught women directly. He sat with the religions he avoided. Jesus was not against God. He was against barriers between God and people. He saw that religion had become the barrier, so his teachings bypassed the religious system entirely. He taught people to connect directly with the divine. The kingdom of God is within you, not in a temple, not in rituals, not in religious authority, not behind rules or dogma, within you. This single line explains everything. Jesus didn't challenge religious leaders out of anger or rebellion. He challenged them because they had forgotten the heart of God. They enforced rules without compassion, purity without love, punishment without understanding, hierarchy without humility, rituals without inner transformation. Jesus said something profound. You clean the outside of the cup, but inside you are full of greed and self-indulgence. In today's words, you mastered the appearance of holiness, but neglected the inner work that actually matters. For Jesus, spirituality wasn't about performance. It was about inner transformation. Religion had become a show. It had become a system of pride, comparison, and status. Jesus stepped outside the show to restore the heart of spirituality. Jesus' path was simplicity, not ritual. Look at his teachings. Love God, love one another, forgive freely, judge no one, be humble, serve quietly, live with gratitude. Let your heart be pure, be guided by the Spirit, seek inner transformation. There is no complicated religious system here, no rigid structure, no institutional requirements. This is not religion. This is spiritual simplicity. This is a direct path to God. No intermediaries, no hierarchy, no ceremonies, no exclusivity. Jesus freed spirituality from religion. The problem isn't that Jesus rejected all religious structures forever. The problem is when religion becomes a substitute for transformation, a shield for ego, a justification for judgment, a burden instead of a blessing, an institution instead of a living spiritual path. Jesus reacted to these distortions in his time. We simply see the same patterns today. Anywhere religion becomes rigid, superior, or controlling, Jesus challenges it. He does not oppose tradition, but he stands for inner awakening, compassion, presence, humility, spiritual freedom, direct relationship with God. These cannot be confined to any institution. What Jesus actually offered was a new kind of path, an inner path, a path of the heart, a path of love, a path of inner transformation, a path where God is not out there, but within. He replaced rules with compassion, ritual with authenticity, fear with trust, punishment with forgiveness, separation with unity, tribalism with universality. Jesus wasn't building a religion. He was building human beings capable of God consciousness. Jesus' message is deeply personal. You don't need a religious system to connect with God. You don't need perfection. You don't need to fit into a certain mold. You don't need spiritual credentials. You don't need rituals to earn approval. You only need openness, sincerity, humility, willingness to love, willingness to forgive, willingness to listen. Jesus taught that God is already inside you, not waiting to be found in a temple or system, but waiting to be awakened within you. Today we live in a world overflowing with division, dogma, judgment, fear, spiritual confusion, religious trauma. Many people have walked away from religion entirely, but still long for something deeper. Jesus' message is for them, for all of us, because he wasn't calling people to religion. He was calling them home, to God's love, to their true nature, to the kingdom within. His message is not bound to any institution. It is alive in the heart of every sincere seeker. Jesus' path is the path of the heart. So why did Jesus steer clear of religion? Because he came to reveal something greater than religion. He came to restore direct relationship with the divine. He came to awaken the heart. He came to dissolve barriers, not build them. He came to free us from fear and return us to love. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this reflection touched you, I invite you to subscribe to Ascend and Awaken for more spiritual insights, explorations of ancient wisdom, and heartfelt guidance for your inner journey. And I'd love to hear from you. What part of Jesus' message speaks most deeply to you right now? Peace, love, and light to you on your continual spiritual journey.